Once upon a time, in the land of Albion, there was a bleak future of cruelty, poverty, and depression. The lives of Albion's people were about to change, and not for the better. This all began when a sudden illness strikes the daughter and wife of Lord Fairfax. This illness was swift, as it wasted no time in smothering the lives of Lady Helena and Amelia. Nobody truly knows why they died or how they became ill, but many believe the fabled blind seeress was involved. The death of Lucien Fairfax's family had an immediate effect on him, spiralling him deep into depression. The Lord of Bowerstone was not seen for months by the public. During this time he had found an interest in the Old Kingdom, which he began to thoroughly research. He learned about an Old Kingdom artifact known only as the Tattered Spire. It is supposed to grant the user any wish that he or she desires. Still in his depressive state over his family's death, he set out to do whatever was necessary to rebuild this artifact, in hope that he will be able to live once again with his wife and daughter. As he scoured Albion for the remnants of the Tattered Spire, he realises that the land that took his family from him does not deserve a continued existence. So his goals skewed slightly. He wanted to make Albion a better place. A perfect place where nobody could ever die, and all that was bad would be wiped straight off the planet. After eventually finding the foundations that the destroyed spire was once built upon, Lucien hired hundreds of workers to begin construction on the new Tattered Spire. He persisted to push his workers to their limits, as he wanted the titanic building or artifact to be completed in his lifetime. His insanity kept getting the better of him, and he kept pushing them further and further, until they actually revolted, which he shrugged off with the sound of gunshots and swords piercing the disobedient workers' battered bodies. And to guarantee that his guards would not defy him as well, he gave them collars that would electrocute them if they seemed out of line. He then stopped paying his workers and kidnapped villagers from the mainland, slaving as many poorer souls as he could get away with, even killing them if they dared to stop working. But he was still determined that this was all for the greater good, that through his insanity, he was the one who sought initiative to preserve the future of Albion and its people. Lucien used the Spire's energy to become a powerful will user. With this, he was granted foresight. He began to see visions of a hooded blind woman, with 3 mysterious figures behind her, but he did not understand this himself. So he asked his ally, Garth, a masterful will user. Garth researched it meticulously, and uncovered that it was the prophecy of the Spire. The 3 figures were the embodiments of skill, strength, and will, and that they are all required for the true power of the Spire to be unlocked. As you'd expect, Lucien set out to find these heroes. He soon discovered that some of the heroes that he was searching for might be right under his nose in Bowerstone. 2 homeless, orphan children. They had unwittingly used an Old Kingdom artifact, which soon brought them to Lucien. When the alleged heroes arrived, they were commanded to stand on a platform. It became clear something wasn't right. For but a moment the seal had turned blue, only to then shift to a sinister red. Lucien was very confused and looked frantically through his notes and found out that they were not the heroes he was looking for. One of them was the prophesized 4th hero, who was destined to stop the Spire's reconstruction. Being an unstable man, he straight up fires his gun at the girl. Then shifted his aim towards the defenseless boy, looked him straight in the eye with a little pity, and fired his gun a second time. Following this, the body of the boy shot out of a nearby window, tumbling to the town of Bowerstone. Is the death of this little boy and his sister the end? Oh no. This is just the beginning of a great story. A brilliant fable.